بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum. May peace be on you all. Honorable Justice Qazi, respected elders, distinguished guests, members of the press, friends, brothers and sisters. There are many social traumas, problems and conflicts women in society face today, and we sincerely need to find viable, holistic and humanistic solutions to them. In this context, the subject of women's right is of much contemporary analytical relevance and human interest. A reason enough for all of us to have gathered here today in spite of options of other preoccupations. On behalf of the Islamic Research Foundation, I, Dr. Muhammad Naik, the coordinator for the program today, welcome you all with earnest pleasure and sincere appreciation from the heart. We begin today's program formally with the Qiraat by Brother Muhammad Ashrafi, which will be followed by the reading of its English translation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وآتوا اليتامى أموالهم ولا تتبدلوا الخبيث بالطيب ولا تأكلوا أموالهم إلى أموالكم إنه كان حوبا كبيرا. صدق الله العظيم. The translation. I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. O humankind, Reverence your guardian Lord, who created you from a single person, created of like nature, his mate, and from them twain scattered like seeds, countless men and women. Reverence God, through whom you demand your mutual rights, and reverence the wombs that bore you, for God ever watches over you. To orphans, restore their property when they reach their age, nor substitute your worthless things for their good ones. And devour not their substance by mixing it up with your own, for this is indeed a great sin. Verily, Allah speaks the truth. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Ashraf. For those who may be introduced new to the IRF and its activities, I would like to briefly outline the IRF and its work. The IRF was initially started in February 1991 to cater to the need for proper Islamic knowledge amongst the educated Muslim youth. Youth who may be ignorant about Islamic teachings, youth who may tend to be wrongly apologetic about Islam, and youth who may not know how to properly present and practice Islam for the whole world at large to appreciate and look up to. Now, the IRF has been growing in many other deserving areas of its other objectives, especially in humanitarian relief activities and educational upliftment. Amongst its popular services, IRF has a collection of more than 1,300 video cassettes and more than 4,000 audio cassettes on Islam and comparative religion available for free hire in Bombay. It also has, to its credit, more than 50 publications on Islam and comparative religion which are available free on request all over India. To promote education, the need of the day amongst our people, the IRF Educational Trust was established 1.5 years back, of which Dr. Zakir happens to be the chairman. Today, Dr. Zakir will be speaking on the topic, Women's Right in Islam, Modernizing or Outdated. This will be followed by a question and answer session in which you all have a right to question and cross-examine him on the topic and the matter presented in a very open format. When we consider the rights and justice for women in this open court of ours today, in context of Islamic laws and views, it is very befitting and our esteemed pleasure to have amongst us the eminent Judge, Honorable Justice Muhammad Mujibuddin Qazi, to preside over this program. Justice Qazi has been for 13 years from 1968 to 1981 the government pleader at the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court, being the highest law officer of the government of Maharashtra thereof. Then Justice Qazi became the first Muslim after Justice M.C. Chagla to be elevated from the bar to the bench as a judge of the Bombay High Court, where he has been delivering judgment from 1981 till 1992. On the eve of his retirement in 1992, a very leading newspaper of Central India, the Hitwada, had this to say about him.